Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Zach, and today we're going to talk about a very interesting topic, the Linux operating system family.
So, in our discussion of Linux, we should start with a very important area. What is Linux? Well, Linux is one of the most widely used operating systems in the world. Linux is also an open source program, meaning a user has access to the code and they can modify it as they see fit. Linux, in many cases, can be downloaded for free. The next thing we need to discuss is how Linux came about. Well, Linux was created by Linus Torvalds in 1991. Linus Torvalds was a Finnish-American software engineer who was interested in creating an upgrade to the Minix system, which was originally based on the Unix system. And Torvalds called making Linux free the single best decision he has ever made. Another question that may come up for most people who are used to using Windows, the most popular operating system in the world, is how does Linux and Windows differ? Well, Linux, like I said earlier, was inspired by Unix and Minix. It is always intended to be open source, and it separates the graphical user interface from the operating system. Meanwhile, Microsoft Windows, which was inspired by Apple's early programs, is a proprietary software, a software that is not open and accessible to those who use it, and its graphical user interface and its operating system are packaged together. We've discussed open source a few times in this video already, but what are the actual benefits of open source code? Well, open source code allows anyone to participate in the development of a system, driving innovation and improving the system as a whole. Open source software is also typically improved significantly more quickly, as there are more sets of eyes to find bugs in the program. Open source software can also be molded and modded to the needs of the user. When people first look into Linux, they're often overwhelmed by the number of distros. Distros like Mint, Red Hat, Debian, and Ubuntu are a few of the popular ones, but there are over 600 total distros to choose from. And these distros can specialize in different things. Next, let's talk about the different areas Linux can be used or will be seen by a user. So the first area I want to discuss is Linux in your personal computer. Some of the benefits of using Linux on your personal computer are it can oftentimes be downloaded for free. Linux can also be modified to fit the needs of the user. The next major area where someone would run into Linux would be in business uses. So Linux is often used to run the behind-the-scenes functions. For example, your refrigerator or your smart TV often run on a Linux operating system. It's also used in programs that require a large amount of data or traffic. For example, web servers and database servers use it. Cloud computing also typically uses a Linux system to make it function. So after all this information, you still might be asking yourself, why Linux? Well, I think Linux is an interesting option not only as a personal computer operating system, but it also has many applications in major industrial areas. Its ability to be customized is a major plus for anyone. And anyone interested in learning more about computers, especially those who want to work in industry, should consider at least familiarizing themselves with Linux.
Thank you for watching my video. See you next time.